To me, cereal's a journey, man. And it starts a little crunchy and it ends a little more soft. And at the end, you can slurp down the soggiest bits while you're drinking the milk. And I just like the whole experience.
Are you big on cereal?
I don't wait for it to get soggy on me before I start because I need to warm up my jaw, you know?
Uh-huh.
Get a workout in.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Whipped Cream Salmon. I'm your host, Ronnie Sanchez. He is my co-host, Brian Bastanza.
Let's go!
No longer being blasted by lights. He got his lighting situation figured out, and he is glowing.
We bounced it, y'all.
Bounced it?
Yeah. What y'all know about bouncing light?
Refractive light. He's looking...
Is that what that is? Refractive?
Oh.
Learn me on that topic, Ronnie.
It's just like... I think it's another term for bouncing light.
Oh, okay. Bouncing it. I like that term.
I could be completely off.
I got another light here. It's orange. Should we try it?
Yeah, let's try it out.
Let's try it out.
Try it out. Try out this light for our audio listeners.
It just gives me a little warmth, you know?
You look a little sunburnt with that one.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be okay with that because I like the color of it.
Okay. All right. If Brian's happy, we're all happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to be podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see you.
Great to be seen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And also with you. What?
What was that? That was like a blessing, you know? Like.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. And also with you.
Yeah.
I
Easter
like
just passed, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And on the third day, Ronnie rose and made a burger.
Did I? You know.
Wouldn't be the worst idea.
No, it's definitely not the worst idea.
After 3 days of napping, cave nap, you know?
Mm-hmm. I did make burgers the other day, actually.
You did?
Mm-hmm. On the yakitori grill.
Ooh,
Really
hamburgers? You
good.
do them a little, tell me you put a little soy on there, a little teriyaki burger?
No, did pretty Actually, you know what was really great about them? Rochelle had made some pita bread.
Ooh.
So we did some pita burgers.
Okay.
They were good. Yeah, we actually.
What'd you put on it? You got a little feta or something?
No, just American, but.
Okay, like that.
I think I had mentioned on here we had visited a couple of our different like purveyors. They had us in for like tastings and stuff, like product development. So we tried out a bunch of different burgers and we found one that we really liked. And because of the volume of it, we wanted not a true smash burger, but I like the thin patty.
Mm-hmm.
And at that volume, smashing patties is it's just an extra step that you really don't have time for. But we found really nice, super thin patties.
A little 3 ounces or what? 4 ounces? I guess 4 is kind of standard for a small.
I think they're about 3.
Ooh, okay, yeah. You do doubles then? You do a little double patty with two slices of American.
Yep, exactly.
Did you know that when you go to Five Guys, regular is just a double?
Yes.
And a junior is a single.
Yeah, you have to get like a kid's meal.
They kind of trick you, you know? They're like, oh, you're going to get a kid's meal if you get one burger.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't get tricked.
And then they fill the bag up to the brim with fries.
Yeah. You get the small fry too. They still fill it up.
If you pay for it.
Do you not pay for it?
It is not included. Well, I mean, I don't think it's like a part of like the meal deal.
Oh, right.
I think you got to add it.
That's true.
It's been a while since I've been back. I like Five Guys. It is expensive.
It's true. I did go once and I didn't order fries and I still got a bunch of fries.
There you go.
That's
I
right.
just knew you were a good guy.
Maybe. Or maybe they were just in a rhythm and, you know, once they're in the bag, you can't like take them out of the bag and then like give the person a greasy bag.
Just a greasy fry bag.
It's
with
like,
no
why is it
fries
so
in it.
greasy? There's no fries. That would suck.
They do have good fries.
Yeah. And free peanuts. Don't forget about that. That's why the burgers cost $15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hold the nuts. Lower the price of your burgers.
Everybody, listen up. Ronnie says, hold the nuts.
Hold the nuts.
Hold the nuts.
Hold the nuts and lower your prices.
Yeah. God damn.
God damn.
I don't think I was supposed to say that right after Easter, but let's crack a beer ski.
Yeah, I don't have a beer. I did pour myself a little, well, it's not a lemon sour because I don't have any lemons. It's a lime sour.
Okay.
And it's delicious.
Awesome.
I got the recipe pretty dialed for our upcoming izakaya.
Yeah, you're in on it.
I've been working on, R&D.
Recipe development. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
I got a zero gravity, Burlington, Vermont.
Lovely place.
Green State lager. I do think Vermont's lovely.
It is.
Yeah. Good skiing.
Mm-hmm.
You ski up there? Snowboard?
I think so. When I was a kid, definitely skied in New Hampshire. I feel like we maybe went to Vermont.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Stay tuned.
When you're a kid, you're just in the back seat, and wherever your parents take us,
Yeah.
that's where you end up.
Well, when we get your mom on the pod, we can discuss that further.
Yeah, my dad's been asking when his guest spot is, so
He's trying to be on. Has he been listening? Shout out Ronnie's dad. What's your dad's name?
Ron.
Ron Jovi. The second. That would be you.
That would be me. Yeah.
What's his favorite thing to cook?
He loves grilling.
Grilling and chilling. We were just talking about that. Springtime.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know it's but I'm want to get the smoker going. I've actually got some fun things. I got some fun things in the freezer that I've been holding on to for a while.
Ooh, what you got?
I have a venison loin that was hunted locally that was gifted to me.
Friend?
Yeah.
Caught a deer?
And it's been in the freezer for a while now. So I got to do something with that.
A little backstrap? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
That's kind of the big loin. It's kind of like this big, and it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
It's the bomb. That's like one of the best cuts of the deer, I reckon.
And then I have a Chateaubriand in the freezer.
Ooh, Chateaubriand.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have you over for that. We'll just do like a little candlelit dinner.
Love that. Out on the patio?
Yeah, we can light some candles on the patio. That's fine.
I think so.
Yeah.
That'd be quite nice. Need some butter with that?
Yeah, I also just got a nice Duroc porterhouse pork chop or pork porterhouse. Porkerhouse. Hardly even know her.
What a pork porterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So like a small like steak with the eye and the
Precisely.
Whatever. The ribeye and the tenderloin. I don't know. It's right.
Yeah.
Looks just like that.
Yeah, it's fairly.
I know you could cut it like that. To be honest,
it's fairly small, but I mean, I was at a food show yesterday actually, and they're fun, but it's just a lot of schmoozing going on. But every once in a while, you make some good connections.
High rollers.
Yeah.
Kissing babies,
shaking hands, signing autographs.
Kind of your thing now.
Yeah. I'd actually prefer it not to be my thing.
It's kind of part of the gig, though.
I know.
The execing.
I know.
It's kind of like almost the more important, not more important, but like that's how you get places.
Yeah, you walk around there though, and there's just so many different things that people want you to taste and try, you know.
It's the best, right?
It is until you leave and you're so bloated and full and you ate so much trash through it, you know, like
Oh yeah.
you find some good stuff. But there's so much garbage that you eat your way through.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Dude, when we went to the food show in Chicago, it's like 3 days in like, I don't know, the biggest convention center you could possibly think of, like that big or more, maybe. And yeah, you're just, you know, at first you're really excited. People got fucking chicken wings and they got like pizzas that they're flying out. And it's awesome. They had a couple of those like Coca-Cola machines with like, oh, you know, like the ones with like all the flavors.
Yeah. Freestyle.
Yeah. But it's just free. So you just go up and just get whatever, you know, super healthy. Just pump some corn syrup into your veins, and then, you know, that'll give you a boost. And you go over to the ice cream section and kind of crush that. I also went to the pizza show in Vegas.
That's cool. I do. That's one I would like to go to.
It's interesting. I mean, but it's like all like, so whatever you're thinking of, it's like people just handing you slices of pizza all day.
I like that.
I kind of like it too. Some of them have like really dope like crusts that they're making and like selling like really dope like double O flowers and stuff. So they're just kind of showcasing it.
Right.
Some of them suck, right? So like some of them are like, a lot of the people selling there are selling to businessmen who are just looking for the easiest way to make a buck in a lot of ways, you know. It's not like a shot. It just kind of is what it is, right? Like they got like frozen pizzas, and they're showing you.
That's where you really are like, what I'm saying, eating your way through like lots of garbage. It's a lot of you know, frozen products, you know, mozzarella sticks and jalapeno popper type things, like different like chicken bites, stuff like that. Just like
when at the big ones, I don't know if it was like this for you just this week, but like everyone wants to like scan your badge
so they can email you.
Yeah. And I was warned about it. I gave up my email to too many people that I shouldn't have because they're obnoxious people. Like I'm like, I'm not gonna buy your POS system, dude. I just like cook tacos, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
I don't have 50 grand to drop on micros because I don't own a restaurant.
Like, I don't even remember talking to you about this, actually.
Yeah, I know. I think it was a sneak scan. Yeah. They were like distracting you with like some super bomb fucking, I don't know, ice cream cone. And then they sneak scan you.
Yeah.
I would like to do the sneak scanning, you know?
What would you send people?
Oh, I don't know. I just want to be like hired to be on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
To just like, you know, it's like really like, it's like stealth operative stuff, but like you're not going to get shot. So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a future for that, for me in that. Who knows?
I could see it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I like your Haitian Tigers hat.
Hanshin.
Hanshin. That's what I said.
Oh, boy. It's been a while, I think, since I shouted out our new international listeners. And I was looking through...
Hit 'em.
Yeah, I was looking through the list today, and there's a number of them that I'm not sure if we've shouted out yet.
I'd love to hear them.
We had new listeners from Canada.
Yeah.
Our lovely neighbors to the north.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. Sorry about it. Also, Brazil tuned in.
Ooh, that's cool.
And Japan, but I'm pretty sure that was just me. So,
were you listening to the pod?
Yeah, I was tuning in.
Can't download those listens don't count, I don't think.
Well, got another country on the board, so maybe it wasn't me. I don't know.
Were you guerrilla marketing like you said you were gonna?
I was, yeah.
Did they understand when you like grabbed their phone and you were like typed into their search engine whipped cream salmon?
Yeah, I was actually having them. I was having them scan QR codes. So
See, that'd be pretty sick, dude. If you were scanning people's badges and sending them links to whipped cream salmon.
That's right.
I like that.
Yeah, I think those are all. Oh wait, and there was one more.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Thanks for tuning in, fellas. Or
they're north of us,
ladies. Yeah, that's
not directly north.
I don't. Probably, yeah.
If you went straight north,
you would not end up in Switzerland.
You would end up back here, probably, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, eventually.
Okay.
At some point, yeah. You probably go to other places first, but yeah, eventually you would end up back in North Carolina.
Probably not. You probably wouldn't end up in Switzerland.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, okay. I'm cooking some bread right now.
Are you?
I've actually, my full trust into Sammy to get the job done.
Let's go.
But I did some kneading.
Okay.
I loaded it up. I did it when I got home from work. But I threw it in and now we're recording. So I'm excited to see it.
What kind of bread are you making?
When it comes out. Dude, it's just some, it's kind of just some basic like slice bread.
Cool.
Which the bread that I've made have all been like not sliced bread, like great for pasta or like a soup or something like that, or just to eat. But not super great for like a sandwich. And I made one of these last week actually.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't fuck up, but I kind of did because the recipe like had me split it into two, and it ended up that I just had like 2 half loaves of bread basically. They were like really short, and I actually I was able to make a sandwich by taking 4 slices of this bread. And you know what I mean? And you lay out 2 on the bottom, put the ham and the cheese and the lettuce on, you put 2 on the top, and just slice through the meat and the lettuce and all the things.
Just through the meat, and you leave the bread whole intact.
Yeah. So then you got full crust. If you're a crust guy, that's where it's at,
You could have just made 2 small sandwiches and achieved the same result.
Well, yeah, but that would take us twice as long, right?
Okay.
Efficiency.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. You a crust guy? I don't know if I'm that much of a crust guy.
I'm not anti-crust, but
right.
I'm not going to eat the heel usually.
The heel?
The heel of the bread.
The heel?
Yeah.
Like
the butt?
Like when Hulk Hogan turned bad?
What? We've lost the plot here. The
it's the heel.
The bread heel.
Oh, okay. You don't know what a heel is in wrestling?
Do you not know what a heel of the bread is?
Yeah. The corner?
Yeah, the bad part. That's why that's where wrestling got the term. Because
All right. You're onto something.
Yeah. When Hulk Hogan turned to the bad part of the bread.
Yeah. I mean, I could be crustless. I could go crustless. I just don't know how to make bread without crust.
I don't know you can.
It's probably hard.
I don't know that you can.
Maybe you cook it on 250.
Crustless bread?
Yeah.
I think
that's how they make Uncrustables.
I think that's a tortilla.
Okay.
We made some fresh tortillas for dinner.
You did?
We did.
Corns?
Yeah. We got them
nice.
down. I know when you
like them? You like making them? You think they're quality?
Yeah, well, we really hadn't been successful with them. I mean, when you came over, we all kind of had our hand at them. None of them really puffed. And so Rochelle was trying with them. She couldn't quite get it. I tried it and I failed the first couple of them. I watched a video. It's trying to recreate it and still wasn't quite getting it. And then it all came together. And so it's just all about the timing. I think we were...
Of the cook?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Because I think what was happening is we were leaving it on one side for maybe too long and then flipping it and it doesn't ever puff. And then the center stays raw, but you really need the tortilla to puff to like cook the center of the tortilla.
Right. It builds up that steam and then it finishes
yeah.
cooking. Gotcha.
And so part of it, I think, was our moisture level was off. And then part of it was the timing. But it's a three turn process. You flip or you place it, you flip it, and then you flip it again, and that's when it puffs. But
ooh,
yeah, we got it dialed, and yeah, they were really good.
Nice. What's your favorite color of corn? Ronnie famously has 4 different colors corn at the house.
Famously, well, we've only tapped into the 2 that you and I tried when you were at our house.
The blue and the red?
The blue and the red. I can't really tell you that I could tell you the difference between them right now.
You got a white.
I have a white and a yellow as well.
A yellow. Nice.
I think the white corn is probably my favorite. You're a yellow corn guy.
I bet. I might be a blue corn guy.
You could be. Wouldn't put it past you. We had blue corn tonight.
What do you think about making some hybrid tortillas with some flour? I've really enjoyed those. We sold them at Azul. They were our like main thing.
You made hybrid tortillas?
No. We sold them. We bought them.
Oh,
and we used them in our tacos.
Interesting.
They were real good though. I don't know. I don't know. You can play with it pretty easily, right?
I like the idea.
Start with like 25% flour and the rest corn, and then feel it out from there.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I would do.
Okay.
They're just like structurally really good and have like the corn flavor, and the chew, because like I think the corns don't really have the chew.
The flour chew is where it's at.
They have a bite, but like not like a chew. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, in San Diego, the flour tortillas for like burritos, I think it's the lard in them. They're like super pliable, really good chew, and you just can't find them.
They make them.
I love them. Yeah, they're the best.
No, do they make them?
Oh,
those places
potentially. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure plenty of them do, but I'm sure also lots of them buy them in. But I've never been able to find the same kind of tortillas like in the store or even like any like Mexican market. But
dude, those might be coming like directly off the border, like made in the morning and onto a truck and over to San Diego.
They could, yeah.
Close.
So some neighborhood, yeah. But man, they are the best. They're so fucking good.
Man, it's gotta take a long time to make like little large tortillas, I would think.
Yeah.
Especially if you're just like doing it by yourself. Like, we did it that one. We talked about the crepe restaurant that was part of the lodge that we worked at, and this like big, I don't know, 18-inch diameter circle surface that you cook crepes on.
Yeah.
Something like that, I guess, right? Like, I don't know how else you do it. Or I mean a flat top, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But even still on a flat top, I mean, you gotta have a pretty sizable flat top. Like some of those tortillas, they're like, gotta be probably like 16 inches or something like that.
16?
Dude, a San Diego burrito.
14's big.
A San Diego burrito is pretty big. It's like the size of your forearm. So,
I mean, 16 is the size of a pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like one of those.
They're the best.
I think.
Yeah, we should go.
Okay. Let's go to San Diego.
Yeah, let's go to a Padres game.
I would like that.
Super fun. Is there anything you've been cooking?
Other than this bread, not really.
Okay.
I mean, some cabbage yesterday. That's kind of, I don't know. We always have cabbage because the farm that we get a lot of our produce from sends it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like having it. It's awesome because like it's a ton of food and you cook it and then you just kind of have that prepped and can add it to things. So I like, I just like cut up this cabbage yesterday into like kind of big chunks and then sauteed it and then kind of threw a little chicken stock in there and cooked it for 15 minutes. I don't know. It's a really nice thing to have to add to whatever.
I do love cabbage. I think it's like a pretty underutilized vegetable.
Yeah, other than slaw, I mean, there's other dishes, but
yeah, it's always kind of looked as like shredded or like in a slaw or like some kind of a salad or something. And like the only dish that I can really think of is like corned beef and cabbage that like is pretty commonly eaten in the States. I mean, I'm sure there's others, but it's not really.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean,
it's not really like a super commonly eaten thing.
Braised cabbage is so good though, and the Irish do it well. Yeah, that shit is so bomb.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what about you? Anything else?
No, we were just. I guess we kind of already mentioned it. Just like it's grilling season. I got some things in the freezer that I really want to cook. We did the burgers on the yakitori grill the other day. That was fun.
Yeah,
I did bring back a nice fan from Japan, like a yakitori fan.
Yeah, let's go.
They're cool. They're it's handmade, but I was like reading up on how they're made, and they like make a dye with persimmon, and they age it for like up to 5 years and dye the paper with the persimmon, and it's used as like a lacquer. It like protects the paper, makes it stronger, and then also it said it also like keeps like insects away, which I don't really understand. I was also reading it from like a Japanese translation, so but maybe like from, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, like moths eating at it. I have no idea. It's kind of an interesting thing though, the persimmon part anyway.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, let's get to your article.
Yeah, so I was just taking a look at this article. It's looks kind of fun. It's by Claudia Santos and BuzzFeed, and here, I'll share it with you, Ronnie. So these are controversial kitchen takes. The name of the article is "People are sharing the unpopular cooking opinions they stand by," and I had no idea dry meat was so loved. It's the name of the article. All right, first one. I don't like crispy bacon. Everyone I know likes it practically burnt, but I'd much rather have it fatty and tender. I don't know. That's a super hot take.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in that boat. I like the pieces where, the meat part of the bacon is like pretty crispy, but I do like the fat to still be, I don't know, not cooked to a crisp, but some chew to it, some juiciness.
Yeah, it definitely like shouldn't. It should still be red.
Yeah,
like once it gets to the part where like it's darker than it's like it gets like a little brown. That's too much. If it's brown at all, almost brown at all, is too much. Except for like if you're considering like when the fat renders, and that browning is good. But if the meat gets brown, that's too much. I'm definitely not like a soft. I don't prefer like. I definitely would rather it stand on its like own and not be floppy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like right on the border, I
nice medium in between.
I fuck with. Not super hot take. Yeah. I prefer overcooked spaghetti. Al dente is just a texture that I really can't get my body to like.
I think that's got to be a horrible take.
You know what I like?
What's that?
That's a horrible take. I think people don't know what al dente is.
Oh, yeah,
I think
definitely
people undercook pasta and then they call it al dente.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
No.
Should have a bite to it. But if you bite into a dry piece of pasta, a piece of penne, and you see that there's a white rim where it's undercooked, that's not al dente. That's just undercooked pasta. Yeah. I have a somewhat hot take that I love kind of overcooked leftover spaghetti or leftover penne that's got baked leftover baked penne is so good, and it can be soft and fall apart, and I still kind of fuck with it.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people share that same sentiment, but I can't think of a worse noodle to be overcooked than spaghetti. I mean,
it's a good call. Yeah,
like a piece of penne, I don't know. Like you do like a baked ziti. Like it's pretty easy for a baked ziti to get some spots that are overcooked, Spaghetti, like if I go to spiral the spaghetti on my fork and it just is breaking apart because it's so overcooked, I'm not going to eat that plate.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's so thin that if you can't spiral it around your spoon like a good Italian, what are we even doing here? How about this one? I don't like to rinse my rice. I love the stickier texture it has with the starch on rather than having individual grains.
Yeah, the quote underneath it says, I feel like it's a waste of time and I see no difference between rinsed and unrinsed. All I could say is if you see no difference, is because you're probably cooking like Uncle Ben's rice or some rice that maybe is not really intended to be rinsed. But if you're cooking like a medium or short grain sushi style rice or something along those lines, if you can't see the difference between the two, I don't know how to help you. Just
sure. And I mean, but the quality of the rice matters. That it's a thing that people don't think about, but that really is one of the ingredients that I think you should be spending a little bit more money on, because if you have a lot of little broken grains of rice, then you're yeah, you probably won't, even if it's not Uncle Ben's, even if it's regular rice, but it's they're broken and I don't know, it's just that you'll get that same shitty texture even if you rinse it.
mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
understand the sentiment, but yeah, bad take.
Yeah, and if you ever go to the Asian market or something and you do splurge on a really nice high end rice, that there is a massive difference. The individual grain definitely sticks out more. The rice isn't mushed together. Yeah, it's beautiful, and it's much more fragrant too.
Mm-hmm. Here's a hot take.
Okay.
Baking mac and cheese makes it worse. Just put the cheese sauce on the pasta and you're golden.
Yeah, I actually don't hate that take.
You think it makes it worse?
I don't think
that's the take.
I don't know that it makes it worse, but I would agree. I don't know that it necessarily makes it better.
Okay. A little crust on top, a little breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
A little panko. Okay. Yeah, I think when you bake it, you have, I don't know, it's fun to put other stuff in there too.
Mm-hmm.
When you bake it. So you put so you have some cheese sauce and then you have some some cheese as well. So it's gooey and you get cheese strands with it.
Right.
Stringy cheese. So I think that's good. But if you're just going to put cheese sauce on it and then bake it right after, it's going to be the same.
Yeah. What's the cereal one?
You'll like this one.
Okay.
Truffle oil is trash.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Agreed.
Strong
agree here. That's the comment underneath.
It's not made with truffles. So
it's not?
More often than not, it's not. It's, I don't know what it's made with, but it's synthetic. And
synthetic truffles.
And sometimes
deep state truffles.
Yeah, deep state truffle.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll even put a really small piece of a truffle in the bottle, to kind of sell you on the fact that there is truffles in there. But yeah, a lot of times it's not actually truffle at all. Let me see what it is. a synthetic compound that mimics the truffle flavor and aroma. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you found a real truffle oil, sure. But yeah, I don't want any of the phony shit.
Yeah, agreed.
Also, don't.
I'm sure you go to one of those fancy like oil stores and like kind of like the one you were saying that you were at the soy sauce store the other day, and they're handing you like 100 different like types of oils, and they got truffle. You know, probably one of those.
Yeah,
pretty legit. You like this one? Here's a cereal hot take. I like soggy cereal, but just to the point where there's no more crunch, not to the point where it starts dissolving into the milk. Same with pizza. I recently had deep fried pizza, but because of all the sauce, it was soggy as I preferred, whereas other people complain about it.
Deep fried pizza?
Fried pizza?
But it was soggy?
Let's react to that first part first.
I don't really understand.
The soggy cereal, I want it to... I don't... To me, cereal's a journey, man. And it starts a little crunchy and it ends a little more soft, and at the end you can slurp down the soggiest bits while you're drinking the milk, and I just like the whole experience.
Are you big on cereal?
I don't wait for it to get soggy on me before I start, because I need to warm up my jaw, you know? Get a workout in.
Are you a big cereal guy?
I am.
What's your go-to?
I eat a lot of cornflakes. To be honest.
Okay.
Just regular cornflakes. Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I think if we had like just regular Special K, we didn't have Frosted Flakes. We'd put like a couple spoonfuls of sugar in there, and then at the bottom of the bowl, there's just like that thick layer of sugar. Kind of hits.
It's badass. Kind of hits. I was gonna say that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that cornflakes is like what my favorite cereal would be to eat. But I don't want to eat the super crazy cereals all the time.
No. I very rarely eat cereal anymore. But if I do, it's something like a cornflakes or I don't know, grape nuts. I've never had grape nuts, I don't think.
Hold your nuts.
Well, that person is going to do great in the old folks' home.
This is a bad take. Ugh. I like my fries soggy, like they've been steaming in the takeout bag for a good 5 minutes. 5 minutes, not that crazy.
See, I want to hate this take, but also the best fry in the McDonald's fry is that one that's like 8 inches long and it's limp and flaccid. It's like darker than all the other ones.
You don't want to hate this take. This is your take.
But I wouldn't want every fry in the bag to be that way.
Just the last one. Is it the last one that's at the bottom?
No, just like one random one that you get in that. You get that weird limp ass fry, and it's, I don't know, it's just like extra saturated in their oil or whatever. And it's
right. Well, it got dropped, like it spilled over from the other basket.
Maybe.
Yeah, and it didn't get fully cooked.
I don't know how they make those ones. Maybe the next time I go to McDonald's, I'll ask. I'll ask for. Can I just get an extra large fry of just the limp dick ones, please?
Yeah. Can you drop the fries for like 15 seconds and then put them into the bag? Oh my god, that'd be so gross.
Super gross.
Gotta eat it with a fork, and it's just like pasta.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. That's enough of that.
Oh, this person loves garlic.
It's a bad take too. I will always defend jars of pre-minced garlic. That's one of the worst takes I've ever heard. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's not.
I am offended by that. I can't even really defend like pre-peeled garlic.
Yeah, and it's just, oh, I can get behind pre-peeled garlic.
Okay. Depends. Well, so okay. In a restaurant when you're moving through it, I can get behind it. At the house, it's like a no-go. Like,
You know,
it's just going to be like, they're just going to get weird by the time you use them all.
yeah. The only time I ever do get the pre-peeled garlic at home is if I go to the Asian market, and a lot of times they have like the half quart containers of peeled garlic. But you're right. At home, I don't typically go through it fast enough. Usually, we have like a couple bulbs of garlic, like in a bowl on the counter. In the restaurants, though, having the pre-peeled it's kind of where it's at, because I've been done both, and when you run out of garlic and you don't have any peeled in the restaurant, it's a pain in the ass.
Here's another one. So a few more. I like pork chops dry as a bone and sausage cut up, basically charred into little hockey pucks. That was a visceral reaction from Ronnie right there.
Awful.
Oh, yeah. You take your chewy pork chop and your well done steak, and go fucking fuck yourself.
Dude, my take is if that's how you like your pork chops and your sausage, I'm leaning more towards you don't like pork chops or sausage.
Yeah. Eat a burger.
I just don't think you like those things. I think you like A1 steak sauce.
Yeah. It's okay. I used to like A1 steak sauce.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. I don't have it.
It's fine when you don't know things.
When you don't like steak and you think that the only way you enjoyed it is burnt to a crisp.
All right, let's move on to the next part of the show.
What are you? Idiot. You stupid idiot. I'm an idiot sandwich. You're an idiot.
Of all the idiots, you stand alone.
It's the idiot sandwich.
Oh, we're back doing these?
Oh, I don't, we don't have to.
Do you have one?
We don't have to. I pulled one up, yeah.
Okay.
How about I'll do an idiot sandwich, you do a tip.
I got a story that somebody told me the other day that I can share.
Okay. Here's one that I read on the old Reddit. Says, not me, but my exec at the time. Pulled into an offsite catering venue for a 150-person wedding. The place was one of those rare gems with a full commercial kitchen with all working equipment and plenty of refrigeration, so we didn't need to work out of coolers. We started loading the coolers into fridges. Without anyone noticing, my boss put all the bags of baby salad greens and garnishes for the salads in the freezer. Getting ready to plate the salad course, and sure enough, 6 cases of local spring mix were completely frozen and useless. The comment was, what did y'all do? And the response is, fortunately, there was a grocery store about a mile down the road, only ended up being about 5 minutes behind.
Lucky.
Some version of that has happened to all of us, has happened to me. You know, you're just like out of something, and maybe it's not that urgent when you're like plating the thing. Usually you realize the thing, you know, a half hour before, or hopefully much earlier before that. That sucks. If you didn't know, that's a really easy way to ruin greens.
Yeah.
That's a vegetable that is unfreezable, unless you want to puree it into lettuce juice. I'm not even sure that would be that good. So bummer for y'all, but thanks for the story. Much appreciate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not too many things that feel worse than realizing you forgot something and you're caught with your pants down.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah, this story, this was given to me by my coworker Dylan. I guess one of his buddies was a chef at, I think, like a country club, and you know they have the cart girls drive around the golf course selling beer and stuff like that. And there was one girl, and they would always notice that she would come back with like more beer than what they sent her out with. She'd come back with like an extra 1 Bud Light, or 2 Bud Lights. And they kind of didn't really fully think too much about it. Maybe they miscounted or, whatever. One day she comes back and she's got like an extra 25 Bud Lights. So what this girl apparently was doing was selling the Bud Lights when they were cash purchases. She brought her own beer and she was selling from like a 30 rack to the people on the golf course. So Idiot Sandwich goes to her for forgetting to take the beer out of the cart before returning it.
It's a good scheme, bad execution.
Yeah.
And you're cutting into your profits as well,
Yeah.
You can keep those beers.
Exactly. So
yeah. You got a name?
Let's call her Tiffany.
Tiffany, congratulations. You'll be receiving your Idiot Sandwich in the mail very soon.
Frozen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's frozen. It is a frozen.
It's a frozen sandwich.
Yeah. And now to the Whipped Cream Salmon School for Cooks Who Don't Cook Good.
How do you do it? Let me hit you with some knowledge. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
What you got, Ronnie?
I found this tool in Japan. I'm not really sure the name of it because it's in Japanese. I'm sure you can find them here. But it's just this little steel plate kind of, and it's got teeth on it. And it's used for like ginger or garlic or wasabi. But it makes grating ginger super, super easy. Instead of chopping it up, dicing it, rub it on that really quick. It grates it up really nicely.
Cool.
Yeah. So don't know what it's called. Little grater thing. You should try to find one because it's pretty sweet.
Say the Japanese name.
Don't know it.
Okay.
I don't know the characters.
Make one up. Okay. You don't have to make one up.
Do not know the characters. But it's really sweet. It's cool. You should get one.
Sweet. Sounds cool. And I can't wait to see a picture of it. We'll put one on the cover of the episode.
Probably not.
Probably. Ronnie says probably not. He's not being a helpful co-host right now.
All right. We'll do it. Jeez.
I got a tip.
Okay.
It's important right now.
Okay.
Like you said, it's been a long winter. We're about to fire up the grill.
Yeah.
My tip, walk yourself outside, pick up that propane tank, go fill that thing up because the next time you go to use it, it's going to be empty.
It's a great tip.
Because you didn't fill it at the end of the year. And thank me later.
Great tip. I need to do that myself.
Yeah. Not to mention, if it's just low, it just doesn't pump out as much gas as you need.
It's true.
Unfortunately, you don't really get to use the whole propane tank. 3/4. It's really good when it's full. Less effective when it's empty, almost.
It's true.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. Great tip.
And that brings us to Ronnie's favorite part of the episode, the end. And he's going to sing the Whipped Cream Salmon outro song. Starting now.
Goodbye, listeners. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Whipped cream's going away.
Whipped Cream Salmon. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate all of you immensely. Without you, we'd be talking to
Us.
Less than 50 people.
This is true.
Thanks for stopping by. Follow us on socials, Whipped Cream Salmon Podcast. Hit us up, whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com. We love you. Stay creamy. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Love you.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Bye.